Hello, in today's video I want to talk about creating an inner purpose for your journey as an athlete. Too often we only focus on the external reasons we are doing something, the results, the outcomes, scholarship, going pro, whatever it might be. And we fail to look at the inner reasons for doing something. And we need to do this because what happens if the external things don't happen? What happens if the results aren't there? What happens if they are there? What happens if you win the Olympics like you've dreamed of winning since you were a kid? What's going to help you stay motivated and driven to go again and maybe try and do it again? So very, very important to look at an inner purpose, and we're going to look at 3 reasons why having an inner purpose is so important. An inner purpose is, as I said, beyond the results. Why are you doing this? Is it to explore your potential? Is it to help you to develop certain skills within yourself? What is it that this journey is providing for you? And it's going to really help you, one, relieve the pressure. When everything is based off of external reasons for doing something, results, outcomes, it puts a ton of pressure on us. And when we focus on the inner reasons for doing something, the inner purpose, the inner why, this is going to help us really drive our focus into the now. And when we're in the present moment and just focusing on the step that we are taking, it helps us to relieve the pressure, relieve the stress, and just really focus on what we are doing in that moment. And number 2, it's going to help us to stay connected to the process. Really focusing on the process is so important. The journey is going to be long and it is going to be hard. Sometimes the results are going to be there and sometimes they won't. And you need to stay fully connected to the process the entire time to really, as I said, focus on each and every step and drive all of your focus, all of your energy to that step that you are taking. Too often we aren't fully focused on that step that we are taking. We're too focused on maybe something we did in the past and not liking it and how we think it might impact us in the future, or focusing too heavily on the future and worrying about it, or thinking maybe we've already done what we need to and not really focus on the here and now. And number 3, it's going to help keep us centered in tough times. Tough times are going to happen and we need something that's going to help us to navigate those tough times and those tough situations, and having an inner reason for doing something is really, really important. This is something I've worked on with a lot of my clients, one of which was on her path to the Olympics. And her, outer purpose for going to the Olympics were, a lot of the reasons that you would expect, to make all the time and energy and effort that she put into her sport worth it, to make her mom proud. And this was putting a lot of pressure on her, and she really wasn't able to compete to her level. She was really seeing a big difference between how she was practicing and the level that she showed when she was competing. And so we explored this inner purpose, and for her, it was really about exploring her potential, and she had been able to do that in practice. And so this was something that we really wanted to focus on for her competition. And as soon as she shifted her focus and focused on exploring her potential in competition and the opportunity that competitions provided her to do so, a lot of that pressure and stress got lifted, and she was finally able to really be able to see her potential come through in competitions, and ended up getting some of the results that she had been striving for years. So really, really important to not only have an outer purpose, but also an inner purpose for what you were doing.